Welcome back. Still making a case for diaspora voting. And of course, I have Adetokunbo and Farouk in the studio. Now, guys, I mean, you've seen what you've seen. And do you still feel that 2019 might not be the year to kick this off, but it's a good time to start thinking about it?
Yes, I agree with you that 2019 will not be the best time to kick it off, because if diaspora are going to be allowed to, people abroad are going to be allowed to vote, we need to amend some sections of the Constitution. We need to amend some sections of the Electoral Act, and we know how long that sort of process will take.
How long does it take?
Well, typically to amend the Constitution, we need about a year. With the pace of the current Senate, we need about a year to amend the Constitution.
You need to be more optimistic.
But the Electoral Acts can be amended within about 3 months if they are very serious about the whole process. But knowing, because we're in an election year, so knowing the priorities of our current crop of senators, I don't envisage a situation where they would amend.
I mean, as a lawyer, what do you think the major bottlenecks could be?
Well, the major bottleneck is that the Constitution says that before you can register, you have to be resident in Nigeria. That's what Section 77 sub 2 and Section 117 sub 2 of 99 Constitution says. So it presupposes that if you are abroad, you can't register to vote. So for you to be able to register in Nigeria, aside from being 18, you have to be resident in Nigeria. And the Electoral Act...
Sorry, when you say resident, is it just have an address, be paying your tax here, or must you physically be here?
Physically be here. You have to be physically present to register. That's what the section presupposes. And the Electoral Act says that if you want to vote, you have to physically submit your vote at a particular polling unit. And you can't vote in any polling unit where you have not been allotted to, you have not been assigned to. And another section...
Well, sorry to cut, but will the embassy stand as, because that's sovereign source, so will the embassy stand as physical Nigerian, sovereign,
No, it can't, which is why we need to, so if they amend the Constitution, and what we have, because like you said, about 93 countries are already implementing this, including African countries like Ghana, Kenya, and the likes, you know. So what you have is when they're going to amend the Constitution or the Electoral Act, then you now bring a provision saying that if you are abroad and there's a foreign, we have an embassy in that country, you can go to that country to register. So that's what's going to say. So without those amendments kicking off, they can't vote. Because even in Nigeria, prisoners don't vote in Nigeria. So I would have thought that we'll try to see how we can allow prisoners to vote.
I didn't even know that. That's incredible.
Prisoners don't even vote. Like, I participate in a lot of elections in Nigeria, and whenever I go to vote in my hometown in Osun State, we usually provide vehicle for the INEC
Why can't they vote? Is it a constitutional issue?
Well, because polling units, you know, obviously if you register as a voter, you can only vote in where you are registered. So we are in prison. I'm sure you won't have registered and you can't vote at the polling unit.
And the prison can be a polling unit?
Well, I'm not aware that there's a polling unit. I'm not aware.
Talking about amendments, I think those are one of the things that
these are issues that should be brought in.
Okay, so Adetokunbo, what do you think about do you think everything that the international community does, we also need to replicate? Do you think maybe we should just stick to what we know best and just keep it within the boundaries of Nigeria?
I think the necessity of us replicating this particular thing right now is more or less something that is crucial. It's not just we just replicating it for replicating sake. It's founded that, okay, we have this very, very robust diaspora community. So it's just natural for us to also keep them and get them involved in the choice of our leaders. And as he rightly said, that it's not something that looks feasible come 2019. The same way I've also been looking at it, that it's not the case of 2019 when you look at the whole gestation period. But we're looking at an issue whereby maybe the next electoral voting cycle, this should actually have been sorted, because right now, for the INEC chairman to be talking about it right now, I think we haven't seen an issue like this before. So for this to be on the front burner of conversation right now, that means a lot of thoughts and conversations are gravitating towards
But
that.
I think it is a welcome development on the long run, because they're thinking ahead, they're thinking forward, which is usually not the case with most establishments. But look at 2019 on a final note. INEC, judging by what happened in the last election, do you think the template for what happened will be replicated in terms of the ease or the technical issues, the sanitization? There are a lot of just minor issues that happen.
Well, I want to believe that there will be a lot of improvements, because personally I'm not satisfied with what happened in the 2015 election, especially in some states like Kano, when we saw the large number of votes that were coming on board. You know, so I feel that INEC has had a lot of elections since then. We've had by-elections, and also I believe that they are making progress, and I feel that 2019 will be easier, will be better, because Nigerians are more enlightened, Nigerians are more interested in voting, and we are not interested in collecting money or collecting a bag of rice to vote any longer. And one more point I wanted to bring out about what he said is that I think this is the right time for all youths in Nigeria to grab this issue of diaspora and voting, because the only way we can seize power from the current crop of political leaders in the country is to ensure that diasporans vote, because majority of the voters in Nigeria, I participate in elections a lot. I know they always need to be encouraged, either through bread or through rice or through stipend or what have you. So if you want to take away power from those people who have control, who are in control of people at the grassroots, you need sophisticated voters that are abroad, and you know that those ones cannot be swayed by a bag of rice or by 5,000 naira. But if you don't want to deceive ourselves, we know that both parties in Nigeria, this is what they do at the grassroots. So we need to clamor for it, that it must, as a matter of urgency, be brought into our constitution and into our laws. Well, but 2019 is not feasible, definitely.
I guess we'll keep a tab on that one, but I guess it is a welcome development. The issue is the technicality, the logistics, and making sure it happens. Thanks a lot, Adetokunbo Farouk, for that. Hope to have you back very soon. No we'll be back, and I have Daniel in the studio with me. I'll take a look at some of the headlines that made round. I am particularly interested in this snake story. It's remarkable. It's incredible what people say from the lips of their mouth. 36 million naira missing. All coming up on Rubbin Minds. Stick around.